Hey y'all, I'm back. So I'm gonna start doing like a lot of videos like on Fridays and Saturdays, even some Sundays, like on the weekends when I'm off and I'm not really busy at night. So around like 8:30, I'm gonna be recording a lot of videos. I wanna do more girl talks and stuff like that, like get especially talking to the black women. All right, today I'm gonna talk about my fibroid story. Like it's very common in a lot of black women. I feel like I should speak up. A lot of black women are afraid to say stuff, but I just wanted to speak up for girls who really don't like to share that side or might be afraid. So I wanted to talk about it. So I'm 35 now. 3 years ago, I found out I had fibroids when I had the baby. Now, in some instances, they say have a baby and the fibroids will shrink, but that's not always necessarily true. So when I had the baby 3 years ago, she's three now. So when I had her 3 years ago, I thought that it wasn't going to be that bad. I'm just finding out. I'm a new mom. I'm like, okay, don't freak out. I found out it was through genetics. The doctor say it's common in black women, but it's really genetic. Like it might be passed down from generation to generation. That's just really how you find out. You don't find out until, something might happen or you have a baby. Or a family member might have told you that it was passed down genetically. So that's how I found out. So I was okay when I had the baby. It wasn't that bad. But years before that, when I had my son, I didn't know about fibroids. I knew it was genetic in my family, but I didn't know about it, so I wasn't really worried about it. I did have signs like my boobs, in and out the hospital, iron, high blood pressure and stuff like that. So it was signs, but I didn't know that I had fibroids. So I just now found out. So fast forward to 3 years now having a baby. I had her, so I was okay after I had her. But then I noticed like after I had her, it started getting really, really worse. Like my menstrual is really, really it's tough. It's to where like you will bleed through all your underwear, your clothes, everything. So it's to the point where you gotta bring extra underwear to work, extra pants. It actually can cause you to lose your job. It can cause a lot of issues. It actually can cause you to wear the diaper underwear for women because it's that bad. And the one reason that will stop the bleeding is if you're on birth control. And if you don't like being on birth control, then you're just going to suffer it. And they say, like, as a young woman, black, it's either you get like you take a pill or it's like a suction that will shrink the fibroids, or you would have to get the surgery. And being as though we're a lot younger, we don't want to get the surgery because you might want more and more kids. But it's a lot of women that had the surgery and still going through that. So that's how I find out. So I want to read you some signs of it to look out for. If you are, scared, you don't know what's happening, you just now finding out, you had a baby, you finding out, I'm going to read you some stuff about it. Right now, my story is I have to take vitamin B12. It is the B12 pack. It have to take high blood pressure because it might just cause a lot of like faintness, cramping, real bad bleeding. It's horrible. It's a nightmare having fibroids. It's really, really bad. I really wanted to share my story because I feel like a lot of women need to hear this and need to worry about it. And so you have two different vitamin B12 pills. You have iron pills and you have some herbs and stuff you can take. So my family, they give me like a lot of herbs. My mom make me some herbs. Stuff that you could do to shrink them. To shrink them is you can eat broccoli and greens and vegetables and fruit, and then you could drink milk, a lot of milk, like almond milk. Those are some things you could do to get rid of them. I drink a lot of tea. Like I'm even detoxing and everything, so I don't have a lot of cramps. So I'm detoxing, doing detox teas, and I'm doing like they say green tea. I have like a big box of green tea, so that help. Sometimes you get depressed, you get sad, you just don't understand why this happening to you. But I want you to look out for these signs so that you know what to do. If you see these signs, go to the hospital, talk to somebody, talk to a therapist, talk to somebody that's going to help you because it can be really, really sad. So these are some things I'm going to read to you. So it's more common with black women. It's only 2 in 3 out of the whole wide world of white women that might get it. It's 25% African American will suffer from fibroids by the age of 25, and 80% will have them by age 50. Because black women suffer fibroids at an early age, they also are 2 to 3 times more likely to undergo surgery. So you can pick the surgery route, or you can just thug it out, or you can just try to get birth control, you know. If you miss a birth control, you are going to bleed hysterically. It's really, really bad. So if you're not having a baby and you're on birth control, please take your birth control on time, because you will bleed really, really bad. It's to the point where you will not even be able to go nowhere, because you're going to bleed really, really bad. So make sure to watch out for that. They say it's common in hair relaxers. You know, us, we dye our hair. We was getting our hair relaxed back in the day. So they say that's more common. It's not really nothing you could do besides the surgery. They said they was working on another option to shrink them, but just keep on talking to your doctor about how big they are, because they can get really, really big where it's sitting on your uterus, and you can have problems like sexual wise, or you can have problems just even when you get up, because it cramp real, real bad. So make sure you keep on notice on how big your fibroids is, and drink a lot of tea and eat a lot of vegetables so that you can continue to shrink them. They say having a baby get rid of them. I don't think so. I feel like down the line they won't cause more issues, you know. Um, Vitamin D deficiency due to darker skin. It could be a history of your diet or history of abuse. Stress might trigger fibroids, so just be careful. Talk to a therapist, go to a doctor, do whatever you could do. Um, let's read some more signs, because I don't want to make it any longer. Black women do suffer from fibroids. You know, when I was pregnant, I had the hyperemesis. So if you scroll down, when I had the baby, I had hyperemesis, gravidium. So that triggered it more. I was in and out the hospital. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. It was draining me really, really bad. So you really have to watch out for the signs. As a black young woman, older woman, you have to watch out for the signs to take care of yourself, because you don't want it to get any worse, because fibroids can get really, really big. I'm going to read a little bit more facts. So the things that can help, foods, we're going to read about foods. High fat, like dairy products, I told you, like milk, steroids. Um, they say broccoli, they say greens, they say a lot of green, dark green vegetables, fruits. The worst is sometimes I can't drink alcohol. Like dark alcohol causes me a lot of cramps to where I can't even move. But I'm going to read you some products you can eat. Salty foods, don't do salty foods. A lot of pasta, white breads, rice cakes, cookies, those could cause, like sugary stuff can cause it to be a lot worse. Like, I'm starting to get high blood pressure due to eating a lot of seeds. I feel like I gotta have, due to them stuff. I had to cut that out. But the best food you can eat is just plan your diet. Carry some extra pads, tampons, whatever you could do, extra underwear. They sell them in Rite Aid. Get the big underwear. Talk to a doctor, talk to a therapist. Get your health intact, because I didn't even know until I had my baby. But I wanted to share my story. If you have any questions or any advice, you can put it in the comments, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.